Hi, welcome to Back 40 Auto Works. I'm Jeremy Stanley. My friends call me Styles. If you've been following along on my Buick build, and I think if you have, you'll know that things aren't fitting correctly. We have to pull the motor and transmission back out. I'm going to have to notch the cross member because the oil pan won't clear. I'm going to put a tape on that and see just how much. I'm going to probably notch it at about an inch. I think that'll give me more than enough clearance. My motor mounts, which are adjustable, will have to go back at least one notch, maybe two. We're not sure yet. We'll find out. And I'm probably going to have to massage the transmission cross member mount too, or transmission mount a little bit, one way or another, with either a grinder or welder or both. And as I said in my other videos, this is just the kind of stuff you run into with building a car. Nothing fits 100%. There's all kinds of unforeseens. And most of the people that are telling you how to do something haven't tried it. So, not everybody, mind you, but a good bit of them. So anyway, we'll carry on, put a tape measure on the cross member and see how far I have to notch it. And we'll go from there. Okay, so as you can see, I've drawn a mark right here on the oil pan, just where it overlaps on the cross member. I couldn't get in there with a tape measure, so I pulled the engine out already. And if you look on the tape measure, where that line, from that line to this side of the oil pan, I don't know if you can see it, is an inch. I'll move the light. Not quite an inch. There, you can see there, not quite an inch. Or just an inch, whichever. Anyway, now because I like to mess things up, and my cutting is not really precise, I will probably take 1.5 inches. That'll put me right there, in relationship to where the line is, you can see, maybe even 2 inches. Just to give myself a little extra, because I don't want to do this twice. So, we'll notch the cross member out at least 1.5 inches. I think that will probably be enough. I think I may go 2. 1.5 inches would be right there. Yeah, so that would be, 1.5 inches would be fine. I think that's what we'll do. So my next step will be to clean up the 11 gallons of oil, transmission fluid I spilled because I'm messy. And we're going to basically draw a line in the cross member right about here, roughly. Notch it here and here. We'll cut that out, and I'll build a piece. 1/8 flat bar, notch it and bend it, weld it all in place. Okay, so I've cut my notch out of my cross member. It's about 10 inches wide and about 1.5 inches deep. You can see there. That should allow my oil pan to clear pretty good. Oil pan's only about 8.5 inches wide, so I should have, 3/4 of an inch on each side of it. That's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow night we'll start making up the piece to go in it. There's a piece of plate over here. 1/8 inch plate, that's what I'm using. And of course I'll use the piece I cut out for a template. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've traced a template here in the shape of the cross member, the piece that I've cut out. So I'm going to attempt to cut that out as close as I can, bend it up, and see if we can make it fit. Alright, so I got the first piece of plate here cut out. I'm going to do it in 3 pieces. I was going to bend it and make a notch. As you can see, my fab skills are not the greatest, but it'll do. We'll get it welded up nice and tight, and I'll get this piece in first across the cross member, and I'll put the 2 little pieces on the end. Well, my welds aren't perfect, but they're good welds. All right. Wise men say measure twice, cut once. The voices in my head say that's all lies. Anyway, this is my Crossmember, all notched and ready to go. I am by no means a fabricator, so I put it in three pieces. And I put a lot of weld on so I could grind it down reasonably flush. I'm not going to take it down any farther than that. I'm not a professional welder, so I want to leave some weld on for sure, but at least it doesn't look like it's a mess. So, yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll test fit the engine. With any luck, we got enough room. Okay, so one of the things I need to do is move my motor mounts back. I had them in the first hole here, so put them in the second hole. I'm going to move them back half an inch. I'm just going to try that first. Might have to move them again, so I'm just going to leave them loose and see how things go. Alright, so moving the motor mounts back did help quite a bit. They're still not 100% where they're supposed to be. The holes down here for the motor mount bolts don't quite line up on this one here. I'll put the light in so you can see that. That's the driver's side. The other side, however, I was able to get the bolt in it, and it's okay. So I'm thinking I have to maybe let these other bolts go that are on the perch here on the frame. And let me get my phone in there. Yes, those bolts right there. There's three of them. I'll let them go and maybe slide that mount up a bit and out. And I think that'll be all I really need to do. As far as the rest of it, my motor was still just touching the firewall and crushed night heater hose. Right now it's not. One last thing is that I need to drop my transmission mount bolt in place. See if I can get that where you can see it. As you can see, the bolt for the transmission mount is not quite into the perch. I think I'm going to have to oblong that hole that's in there, and maybe just make it a slot so it'll drop down, and that will bring the tail shaft down and the back of the motor down, and everything will fit pretty good. I think I can leave my mounts set up and everything right where they're at. And now that that's done, you can see, I'm not really sure I needed to notch that cross member for the oil pan, but when I was trying to make everything fit, it looked like I did from above. So anyway, whether I needed to or not, it doesn't matter, it's done. It will still have some movement. It's probably good that I did, because I think it would have still been kind of kissing the cross member a bit. Anyway, it's done. As I said before, the things you learn as you go on. It probably would have cleared if I'd known a little bit more about what I was doing, but it's done now. Cross member is notched. The oil pan is in there, and we're good to go. So that's going to be it for this video. As you can see, just a little bit of fine tuning. I think those mounts are going to work, and I guess I did need to notch the cross member, but it looked like it did the other day. I was pretty convinced I did. I didn't think the engine was going to fit down quite as nice as it did just by moving the mounts. It looked like there was way too much in the way, but it's done. Trial and error, something I've learned. Anyway, it's done. If I want to put something different in there, it's already notched. There's some more things that's going to have to be done. I'm going to try and upgrade my audio and video equipment. I'm told I'm pretty quiet when my videos don't have enough sound. I apologize for that. Again, I'm pretty new at this, so I'll try and get myself a microphone, perhaps a better camera. And summer's coming. we're quite busy with the kids and summer plans and working in the house and going to try and take a vacation and other things. So I may end up knocking my videos back to once every 2 weeks as opposed to once a week. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. The more subscribers you get, the more time I'll be able to spend doing this. And thanks again. Have a good one.